Hello and welcome to the semi-finals for Category 4 of the Sakshi Arena 1 School Fest Spell Bee, presented by Duke's Wafy in association with Akshar School Solutions. I'm your Bee Master Vikram. Before we move on, I'd like to congratulate all of you for making it through to this stage of the competition. Also want to wish you all the best for this round. Before we start, let's go through the basic rules. This is a written round with 30 words. You will be given the meaning of the words and I'll pronounce each word at least thrice. So please listen carefully to the word as well as the meaning before writing your answer. Write your answer in capital letters so that it becomes easy for us to grade your papers. You can use either pen or pencil. The choice is all yours. If by chance you haven't heard a word clearly, don't worry. We'll go through the entire word list once at the end of the round. So are you ready? Great, let's begin. Word number 1, lithe. Lithe. Lithe means thin, supple and graceful. Lithe. So your first word was lithe. Let's move on to the second word. There's two pronunciations, I'll give you both. Pogrom, also pronounced pogrom. Pogrom is an organized massacre of a particular ethnic group. Pogrom, also pronounced pogrom. Let's move on to word number 3, psoriasis. Psoriasis. Psoriasis is a skin disease marked by red, itchy, scaly patches. Psoriasis. Let's move on to the next word, which is word number 4, rhinestone. Rhinestone. Rhinestone is an imitation diamond used in cheap jewelry and to decorate clothes. Rhinestone. Moving on to the fifth word now, scrimmage. Scrimmage. A scrimmage is a confused struggle or fight. Scrimmage. Moving on to the sixth word, springbok. Springbok. A springbok is a gazelle with a characteristic habit of leaping when disturbed, forming large herds on plains in southern Africa. Springbok. Let's move on to the seventh word, wraith. Wraith. A wraith is a ghost or a ghost-like image of someone, especially one seen shortly before or after their death. Wraith. Moving on to the next word, number 8, alpaca. Alpaca. Alpaca is a long-haired domesticated South American mammal related to the llama and valued for its wool. Alpaca. Moving on to the next word, which is word number 9, fisticuffs. Fisticuffs. Fisticuffs means fighting with the fists. Fisticuffs. Next word, word number 10, gambol. Gambol means to run or jump about playfully. Listen carefully to the word and also the meaning before writing your answer. Gambol. Gambol means run or jump about playfully. Moving on to word number 11. Kamikaze. Kamikaze, especially in the Second World War, is a Japanese aircraft loaded with explosives and making a deliberate suicidal crash on an enemy target. Kamikaze. Let's move on to the next word. Word number 12. Ombudsman. Ombudsman. Ombudsman is an official appointed to investigate individuals' complaints against a company or organization, especially a public authority. Ombudsman. Moving on to the 13th word. Pinafore. Pinafore. Pinafore is a collarless, sleeveless dress worn over a blouse or jumper. Pinafore. Let's move on to the 14th word now. Slalom. Slalom. A slalom is a ski race down a winding course marked out by poles. Slalom. On to the 15th word now. Squalor. Squalor. Squalor is the state of being extremely dirty and unpleasant, especially as a result of poverty or neglect. Squalor. That brings us to the halfway stage of this round. Let's take a quick break so that you have a moment to relax as well as check your answers. See you on the other side of this break. Second half of this semi-final round for Category 4 of the Sakshi Spell Bee, presented by Duke's Wafy in association with Akshar School Solutions. Hope you're ready to begin. Here's your 16th word. Aficionado. Aficionado. An aficionado is an enthusiastic fan of a sport or interest. Aficionado. Let's move on to the 17th word now. Brecciate. Brecciate. It means to break into fragments. Brecciate. On to the 18th word. Chemise. Chemise. A chemise is a loose-fitting dress hanging straight from the shoulders without a waist. Chemise. Next word is word number 19. Disquietude. Disquietude. It means feelings of anxiety that make you tense and irritable. Disquietude. On to the next word, which is word number 20. Festoonery. Festoonery. It means flower chains suspended in loops between points. Festoonery. On to the 21st word now. Guffaw. Guffaw. A guffaw is a coarse or boisterous laugh. Guffaw. Moving on to word number 22. Mendicancy. Mendicancy. Mendicancy is a solicitation for money or food. Mendicancy. Solicitation for money or food. Next word, number 23, obduracy. Obduracy. Obduracy is resoluteness by virtue of being unyielding and inflexible. Obduracy. Let's move on to word number 24 now. Perestroika. Perestroika. Perestroika was an economic policy adopted in the former Soviet Union intended to increase automation and labor efficiency, but it eventually led to the end of central planning in the Russian economy. Perestroika. On to word number 25 now. Rejoinder. Rejoinder. Rejoinder is a pleading made by a defendant in response to the plaintiff's replication. Rejoinder. On to word number 26. Stodgily. Stodgily. Stodgily means in a stuffy manner. Stodgily. On to word number 27. 27. Timorously. Timorously. Timorously means in a timorous and trepid manner. Timorously. Moving on to the 28th word now. Upholsterer. Upholsterer. An upholsterer is a craftsman who upholsters furniture. Upholsterer. Moving on to word number 29. Weighbridge. Weighbridge. Weighbridge is a platform scale flush with a roadway for weighing vehicles and cattle, etc. Weighbridge. Moving on to the 30th and last word of this round. Zugzwang. Zugzwang. Zugzwang is a situation in a chess game in which a player is forced to make an undesirable or disadvantageous move. Zugzwang. So that brings us to the end of the 30 words for this semi-final round. Let's do a quick run through of the entire word list so you can check your answers as well as write answers for words which you didn't hear clearly. Let's begin. Word number 1, lithe. Word number 2, pogrom. 3, psoriasis. 4, rhinestone. 5, scrimmage. 6, springbok. 7, wraith. 8, alpaca. 9, fisticuffs. 10, gamble. 11, kamikaze. 12, ombudsman. 13, pinafore. 14, slalom. 15, squalor. Word number 16, aficionado. 17, brecciate. 18, chemise. 19. Disquietude. 20. Festoonery. 21. Guffaw. 22. Mendicancy. 23. Obduracy. 24. Perestroika. 25. Rejoinder. 26. Stodgily. 27. Timorously. 28. Upholsterer. 29. Weighbridge. And word number 30, zugzwang. That brings us to the end of this semi-final round for Category 4 of the Sakshi Arena 1 School Fest Spell Bee, presented by Dukes Wafy in association with Akshar School Solutions. I wish you all the best and hope to see you again in the next round. Take care.